W8WKY.
This is W8HRF. Getting ready to start the BeaconNet pre-show here. We have about 60 seconds until the announcement. Hopefully I'm sounding okay. Working on a different radio tonight. But Lucy will be running the big show at the top of the hour at 10 o'clock Eastern. And I'll be doing the pre-show here in a couple of seconds. We'll be doing some pre-checks and in and outs, and we'll see who's sticking around for the net. So we have about 30 seconds left until the announcement, so please stand by. This is W8HRF.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. The BeaconNet is sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Tulsa time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in and outs. I line them up, and Lucy will knock them down at the top of the hour. This is a controlled net, and we ask that everybody, that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator tonight, or your pre-net control operator tonight, I should say, is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF. My personal is Josh, Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel, a.k.a. Mr. Lucy. Let me let this drop. As is tradition, we're going to do a Mickey Mouse roll call with the net control team before we get started here. Let's go up to the top of the list. K8YUK is migrating all of her stuff over to the desk over here, so I'm going to give her a pass. And we're going to go down to K8EPC, Dustin Medina. How you doing, Dustin? And how's my radio sounding? Over to you.
W8HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. Well, good evening to you there, Josh. This is K8EPC. Good to hear you out there. Your radio sounds just fine, so no worries there. Full quieting into the repeater. I'm going to try to stick around, but I won't make any promises. It's been a long day already, and this rain on the middle roof's making me kind of sleepy, so we'll see what happens. But with that, this is K8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
Roger that, Dustin. All right, we got you on the list of sticking around unless you fall asleep. So we will talk to you in a little bit here. And, yeah, I was upstairs before the net and rested my eyes a little bit, so I understand. Going to clear with KD8EPC. Brings us down to KD8SLG. Just Nick. How's it going, Nick? How you feeling? And will you be sticking around? That's a definite maybe. KD8SLG, W8HRF. You out there, Nick? All right, he's connected, but he might not be there right now. He can check in a little later if he'd like to join us. Otherwise, hopefully he's rested up well. All right, we're going to clear with KD8SLG. Brings us down to KD8QKO. Nick at night. How's it going, Nick? Heard you on the barometer net. Was that this morning? I think it was this morning. How you doing? And you sticking around for the big show?
KD8QKO. Yeah, Josh, I'm going to stick around. I got your earbud in here. I'm watching some TV with my wife. Sitting on the couch and relaxing. But don't worry if you didn't get Just Egg in there, because you always know you have the Mass Egg coming up right after. So we have that going for us. Yeah, you heard me this morning. You guys said that or not. And I missed Dustin at the lunchtime net. I caught a pre-check and then wasn't able to make it in before I went back to work and did all that stuff. But anyway, that's how it goes. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you. KD8QKO.
K8QKO, W8HRF. Yeah, roger that, Nick. Yeah, I did not make it into the boredom breaker net. It was a little crazy. I did get a text from Andy at like 1:45 saying I should check in, but I was doing something. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, we will leave you on the list here, and very good. We'll catch you in a little bit. K8QKO, W8HRF. Brings us down to the 2, KE8VZA. How's it going, Eric? And how did your work trip turn out? I think that was last week. And will you be sticking around for the big show?
W8WKY.
W8HRF in the group, KE8VZA here. Hey, Josh, your radio sounds really good. I like it. Yeah, the work trip down to North Carolina for last week was really cool. I got to see a new line up and operating that I had seen just sitting there before, back in the summer, but it was actually up in operation and was really cool. Anyway, yep, glad to be back home, but it was nice to be down there. I'll be sticking around tonight, and I'll stop flapping my gum for now. Anyway, we'll take it back to pre-net control, KEA-VZA.
KEA-VZA, W8HRF, fine business, Eric. And it is cool to see a new line running. Just see different facilities than you normally work in. So very cool. So glad that went well, and look forward to hearing you a little later in the net as well. Going to clear with KE8VZA. All right. That's the end of the Mickey Mouse roll call. Sometimes I call Alan, sometimes not. He's most of the time at work on a Wednesday, and he'll check in a little later if he can. But I do not see him in the blue screen at the moment, so we will see if he makes an appearance with Larry. You know, Larry can check in without him. Anyways, okay, let me take a break. All right, so far I have KA0KDW Brad out in Missouri on the list, W3ETB Eddie. I've got WB4AIZ Chuck in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Chuck. We got K5CFY Ray. I took the liberty of putting him in the 10th slot. Let's see, KI5TAQ Taco Tim and K8ZRY Jeremy. Got you guys off the blue screen. I'd like to remind everybody that this is a linked system, so please try to key for a few seconds before you start talking and then hang on for a second afterwards. We do want to hear everything that you have to say. What we're going to do is we're going to take 2 rounds of check-ins. Then we're going to work this list to see who's sticking around for trivia at the top of the hour and who's just getting their parking ticket validated. And then we're going to take some more check-ins at 10 o'clock. Lucy will do that. So if you would like to check into the pre-show for the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Stations waiting to check into the pre-show for the BeaconNet, please call now.
W8HRF, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick, down the farm. Sorry I missed roll call.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, AA8CT, Craig down in Shreve.
All right, I'll pick it up there. All right, that time we picked up KD8 SLG and Alpha 8 Charlie Tango, Craig, out in Shreve. Is there anybody else who would like to get on with the log before we start working this list? Please call now.
Here he is. November Uniform 5 Delta NU5D, Steve in Gatesville, Texas.
All right, I'll pick it up there again. Okay, that time we picked up, let's see, I think I mentioned, yeah, Alpha 8 Charlie Tango. We got NU5D, and we got a buzz. There was no audio coming through at that last station. It was just buzz, so I would try to change something. I'm not sure what. But is there anybody else I missed? Last call here before we get running on the list here.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 India Alpha India KJ5 IAI Michael and Belton.
All right, that time we picked up Kilo Juliet 5, India Alpha India, Michael in Belton. Thanks for stopping by, Michael. We'll get to you in just a second here. All right, let's pop back up to Nick, KD8 SLG. How's it going, Nick? How you feeling? And will you be sticking around?
W8HRF, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Josh. Sorry I was a little late to call there. I actually took a nap. Didn't get up in time. That's a rare occurrence. I'm hanging in there. I'm going to do my best, but don't call for me twice later. Have fun. Josh and Lucy Show. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right, Nick, sounds good. We'll give you a call, and if not, we'll consider your parking ticket validated. So take care, my friend. We'll catch you later. If we hear you later, we do. If not, we don't. So going to clear with KD8 SLG. Going to go ahead and work the rest of this list. Let's see. KA0 KDW, Brad out in Missouri. How's it going, Brad? How's the weather? It's probably warmer out there like it has been over here. And are you sticking around for the big show?
W8.
Good evening, Josh. Freshly showered, so I don't stink the net up. Hi. Yeah, much warmer. From 3 below this time last week to currently 42 after topping out at 70 just before the lunch hour when a cold front pushed through. So there you go. And I will be sticking around. KA0, KDW, and apparently this cough is still sticking around. Go figure.
KA0 KDW, W8HRF. I'll tell you, Brad, I am sorry about the cough. It is annoying. Yeah, annoying. We've had 3 illnesses. We've gotten sick 3 times since Christmas, so I am ready for winter to be over and for summer to come. So, anyways, we'll talk to you a little later there, Brad. KA0 KDW, W8HRF. Brings us down to Eddie, W3ETB, out in Annapolis. How are things out in Annapolis, Eddie? And hope you're having a wonderful, what is today? Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Over to you. W3ETB, W3ETB, Eddie, out in Annapolis, Maryland. How you doing, Eddie? Sticking around for the big show? All right. Well, I see him in the blue screen. I know he's going to be around. Well, unless he says differently in the blue screen. So we'll clear with Eddie for now and see if Ray's out there. K5CFY. How's it going, Ray? Are you out there? And are you sticking around for the big show?
B8HRF and the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening, Josh. I won't be hanging around. I got company here tonight, so I won't make the big show tonight. So tell Miss Lucy we're sorry, but we'll catch you next time. Have a great net. K5CFY.
W8WKY.
K5CFY, W8HRF. All right, Mr. Ray, enjoy your company, and thank you for stopping by. It's good to hear you, and we'll catch you on Saturday. Looking forward to running the Boredom Breaker net the second hour. So, yeah, that is this Saturday. So, looking forward to talking to you then. We'll clear with K5CFY. Brings us down to, let me go ahead and re-identify before we go to Taco Tim here. This is W8HRF. Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. Name here is Josh in Akron, going through the list of check-ins we have for the pre-show for the Beacon Net, starting at the top of the hour here, seeing who's sticking around and who's just in and out. Next is KI5TAQ, Taco Tim out in Tulsa. Sorry, Bofang, Oklahoma. How's it going, Tim? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Good evening, Josh. This is KI5TAQ. Yeah, I'm sticking around tonight. So I don't know if you're thinking about Alan. I think he's in the belly of the bird. And from what I'm hearing, they're like taking the bird apart, trying to see what's wrong with it. So that's where Alan's at. So you all take care. I will stick around. This is KI5TAQ.
KI5TAQ, W8HRF, fine business, Tim. We will leave you on the list there, and hopefully Alan's trip into the belly of the bird is fruitful, I guess. Hopefully he doesn't have to. Hopefully it's not too trying tonight. Anyways, we'll talk to you in a little bit. KI5TAQ, W8HRF. All right, that brings us down to Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How's it going, Jeremy? Do any work on your motorbike lately? And you sticking around for the big show?
This is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Josh. Good evening, everybody on the net so far. No, I haven't had a chance to get back out to the garage and work on it. I just got a battery for it yesterday, so I'm hoping to get out there and start wrenching on it again tomorrow night. And then I found out that I have to replace a part on my main bike, so that's going to be fun. But it'll get done. That being said, I am planning on sticking around, so I will pass it back over to you. This is KE8ZRY.
KE8ZRY, W8HRF. All right, Jeremy, we got you down as sticking around, and I haven't really made it back out to the garage since this weekend either. Oh, man, what happened in the backyard? I have I built a wood storage thing in the stand in the backyard, and I put it behind the garage, but I put it there, and it's on 2 cinder blocks. When I put it there, the ground was frozen, and then everything thawed, and we got all this rain and everything, and so all my lumber tipped over, and it's just lying there now because the cinder block sank into the mud and tipped the whole thing over. So that's going to be my project for Friday. We're going to fix that. Anyways, we'll catch you a little bit later here. Lucy will give you a call, Jeremy, at the top of the hour. KE8ZRY, W8HRF. Brings us down to Craig out in Shreve, AA8CT. How's it going, Craig? You having a good Wednesday, and are you sticking around for the Beacon Net?
W8HRF, AA8CT. Good evening, Josh. Yes, it's been a beautiful day in the neighborhood, not? I preferred Tuesday's weather quite a bit more than we're getting today. Rain, dampness, even though it's not that cold, that dampness seems to be very piercing. Talked to an ER doctor friend of mine, and he mentioned the fact that this is kind of like the worst flu season in the last 10, 15 years, so, you know, maybe we should put a mask over the mics so that we don't transmit it over the airwaves. I'm going to stick around for the big show. I'll answer the trivia questions, but very, very infrequently do I get the answers because the eyelids kind of went out. With that, I'm going to turn it back to you, W8HRF, AA8CT, back to net control. Thank you, Josh, for running the show, and I will thank Lucy a little bit later if I have the chance. Take care. Thank you. I'm on the side.
AA8CT, W8HRF. All right, Craig, we got you sticking around, and we'll see if we can rustle up a pair of toothpicks to help you keep the eyelids open there. And by the way, for anybody who is interested, the BeaconNet has a new webpage on the Sarah website. It's at www.w8wky.org/beacon-net, or you can just go to the Sarah website, go under activities, go to nets, and it's under BeaconNet. You scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, there's a link to a Google Doc, and we tried to put the past trivia questions and answers in there. So if you missed the end of the net, you can go there and the next day and try to, and you can see what the answers were. So that's the PSA for tonight. Okay, I'm going to clear with Alpha 8 Charlie Tango. Brings us down to Steve down in Gatesville, Texas. How's it going, Steve? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're making it past hump day. Are you sticking around for the big show, Steve? NU5D, W8HRF.
Well, good evening to you, Josh. Good nap going. It all depends on, oh, doggone it, getting senile here. We've been watching a little bit of Alfred Hitchcock, so it's kind of a toss-up between Hitchcock and the net. So probably I won't, but I'll try and listen as I can. Great net. Thank you again for everything. NU5D.
NU5D, W8HRF. All right, Steve, we will leave you on the list and give you a call, and if you're there, you're there. If not, no problem. Enjoy Hitchcock. I think we recently just watched a Hitchcock movie, To Catch a Thief, with Cary Grant. So that was about a couple of weeks ago we watched that. So, all right, we'll clear with NU5D. Thank you, Steve, and thanks for linking us up with Texas. We do appreciate that. And that brings us down to KJ5 IAI. Michael, down in Belton. How's it going, Michael? And are you having a good Wednesday? And are you sticking around for the big show in 8 minutes?
I'll probably be listening into it, but I'll drive the Uber, and I'm running around here with a handheld, and half the time I'm where I can't check in, so kind of put me down for the numbers. I do listen to the show quite often and do enjoy it. Some of the writers enjoy it too, but yeah, I probably won't be around for the big show. Take it back to the net. 73 though.
KJ5 IAI W8HRF. Hey, fine business, Michael. Will you be safe driving around out there? And yeah, we appreciate you listening, and hopefully you'll enjoy the trivia, even if you don't get the chance to answer. We'll give you a call, but if you're not there, no hard feelings. Don't worry about it. Going to clear with KJ5 IAI. Brings us down to Uncle Fred. I also picked up Mark, KC8FQV off the blue screen. How is it going, Uncle Fred? You having a good week, and will you be sticking around for trivia? K8 QFT, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Foxtrot Tango. Uncle Fred, are you out there?
W8WKY.
I feel like I hear Uncle Fred when I unkey. I wonder if he doesn't have his tone set. Let's try one more time. K8 QFT, out there? Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing him when I unkey. All right, we'll give him a call again in a little bit. I'll let him know on the blue screen that maybe there's a programming thing with his radio. We'll see what happens. Brings us down to Mark, KC8FQV, up in Aurora. Are you sticking around for trivia, Mark? KC8 Fox Queen Victor, KC8 Fox Queen Victor, Mark in Aurora. Are you sticking around?
Yep, I'm going to stick around. Hey, thanks for getting me put in there. So, yep, I've been doing that, so I got to go do a couple more Zooms now. So, KC at FQV, I'll send it back to net control.
All right, Mark, got you in there, and appreciate you stopping by. We'll give you a call here in a little bit. All right, we have about 5 minutes or so until the net starts. Let's do another round of check-ins here. Only up to number 17. We can do a little better than that. Let's see if we can get any other check-ins before we hand it off to Lucy. Oh, nope. Uncle Fred seems to have got it fixed. We'll give Uncle Fred a call real quick. K8QFT. How's it going, Uncle Fred? see if we can hear you this time. W8HRF. Over to you. K8QFT, one more time. You out there, Uncle Fred? All right, nothing heard. Okay, we also picked up WV3K Phil in the blue screen and Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, Andy. Let's see. Let's do a round of check-ins, though, before we go to them. This is W8HRF. Please call if you'd like checked into the BeaconNet pre-show. I am listening.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Julie Victor, Kilo 6 Kilo Julie Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California. I'm all in.
This is KB8LJ in North Olmsted, Ohio.
This is Kilo Juliet 5
Kilo Zero Foxtrot Echo Yankee in
Texas.
Minnesota.
This is, I'm not sure if I think I might have doubled with someone's KJ5 HIJ Joseph in Waco.
All right, let me pick it up there. Okay, let's see. We picked up K6KJV Rev Kev out in Valley Springs, California. KB8LJ in the beautiful metropolis of North Olmsted. And KJ5HIJ, I believe, Yosef. Let's see, down in Waco. And I think there was a Minnesota station, Kilo Juliet 5. Was there a Minnesota station I missed that was doubling? Come with your call sign again now, please.
Kilo Zero Foxtrot Echo Yankee.
Okay. I think I might have got that. Was that Kilo Zero Foxtrot Echo Yankee QSL?
You got it.
All right, awesome. I think it's Jonathan. You can correct me if I am incorrect here, if my logger here is incorrect. But all right, welcome aboard, everybody. They're making fun of me in the blue screen because all I wrote down for K0, all I heard for K0FUY was Minnesota, and I spelled it Minnesota because I don't know how to spell. But all right, let's work this list. WV3K, Phil out in Canal, Fulton. How you doing, Phil? Long time no talk to. Hope you're doing well. Are you sticking around for the big show here? WV3K, WV3K. Phil, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. We'll leave him on the list, though. At least we'll give him a call. ABNMO, Andy, you sticking around for the big show?
This is ABNMO, munching on some sour cream and onion Pringle chips, which will make me nice and fat, but they taste good. Well, all I got to say is mini sodas for everybody in the blue screen. I like mini sodas. I'll stick around. ABNMO.
Hey, you know what goes well with chips? Some mini sodas. So, we got you, Andy. We'll talk to you in a little bit here. I'm going to leave you on the list, Rev Kev. I heard you say that you're all in. I'm going to have Lucy call you in a little bit if that's okay. K6KJV, got you. I'll give you a call. You sticking around, Rev Kev?
That's right, Josh. I'm all in. Take it away.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate that. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's try K8QFT. Says he's got it fixed. Uncle Fred, let's see if you got it fixed here. K8QFT, go. Dang it. Still nothing, Uncle Fred. I am so sorry. We'll keep trying you. All right. Brings us to KB8LJ. Chuck, you sticking around, Chuck? All right. Nothing heard there either. KB8LJ, you out there? You sticking around? All right, nothing heard there. I'm going to mark him as not responding. Man, is this thing working? K8VZA, is my microphone working? K8VZA, can you hear me?
W8HRS, KE8VZA here, loud and clear, Josh.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, KB8LJ here, DV switch. Yes, it is inclined to disconnected on me, and
KJ5HJ, Joseph out in Waco. You stick around for the big show?
W8WKY.
Jeez, oh Pete, man, I don't know what, I'm scaring everybody off. We get to 10 o'clock and everybody's like, bring on Lucy. All right, last one. See if I can get one more. K0FEY, Jonathan, Minnesota. You sticking around for the big show? We're starting trivia in just a minute here.
This is K0FEY. I tell you what, this is one of those deals where we're sitting on Echolink, spun the dial, tripped, fell, and landed in the middle of a ham radio trivia night. If I'm allowed, I'm going to stick around. This is like all of a sudden walking into the wrong house and finding a party you want to stay at.
Hey, if you're going to fall into anywhere in Echolink or Allstar Land, I think this is a great spot. So, hey, we got you on the list, and you're sticking around. I'm going to let this drop for a second. Apparently, people have been transmitting and haven't been getting through, so I'm going to let this drop and reset. Be back in a second. Okay, hopefully that mammoth paw has helped things. But anyways, we also picked up Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Delta Yankee. I am way over my time, though, so I'm going to assume he's sticking around and pass this off to Lucy. Thank you to everybody who checked in on my half hour. It's always a lot of fun. It's time for Lucy to light up the nighttime airwaves here on the Beacon Net. K8YUK, this is W8HRF. Have fun and take it away, Lucy.
Good evening, everyone. Josh handed me a totally different microphone, and I panicked that I didn't know how to turn it on. Oh, there's like 4 buttons. It's not that hard. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net, especially to our new check-ins. Stick around. It's a lot of fun. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. I'll be your net controller this evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390, the positive offset, and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control, which is myself. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, all of Texas, and various other repeaters, so please key for a couple of seconds before and after your transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep, please. We do have a lot of Echolink users as well, so just be mindful. We have enough time for everybody to fit in. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Oh, boy, I'm looking at a totally different radio. You scared me. Looking at a totally different radio. I'm on my medicine ball instead of my regular seat because I can't fit a regular seat in here. Also, I should probably be using my medicine ball. So anyway, all right, if there is any emergency or priority traffic that crops up during the net, please get our attention by saying break, break, and we will do our best to assist you. I've got a good list of stations for our pre-show, thank you W8HRF, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, as well as your name and location. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin, Mobile.
Victor, Kilo 4, Alpha, Victor, November. Victor, Kilo 4, Alpha, Victor, November. Alan from Redcliffe, Queensland, Australia.
All right, we picked up a few. Thank you for checking in. We'll get back to you in just a second. Ben, we'll put you at the top of the mobile. Once I remember what color mobile is. And before I forget, we also need to read off our trivia. For the unfamiliar, we do have 2 trivias. We typically have a main trivia, which is typically some form of radio related, and then we have an alternate trivia, which is totally nonsensical and usually involves Cornwaldo beans to some degree or another. That being said, if you know for sure the answer to the trivia, please don't share how you know it's correct. Whether you've watched a documentary or just read a QST article on the subject and so you know for sure this is correct, don't give us the details because a lot of people might need to guess. And if you spoil the surprise, so to speak, then people kind of just fall in step, and then it's less of a guessing game and more of just rattling off what you know. So it does keep the evening more fun if people just take wild guesses. So if you know, don't say how you know. Just take pride and pat yourself on the back. All right, I'm going to let it drop to reset, and then I'll read off tonight's main trivia. All right, KE8YUK returning is NCO for the Beacon Net, and also main trivia master. Which 2 metals were used to make the first quote-unquote true electrical battery? A, sodium and pewter, B, lithium and cobalt, C, zinc and copper, or D, corn and waldo bean? Again, which two metals were used to make the first quote-unquote true electrical battery? A, sodium and pewter, B, lithium and cobalt, C, zinc and copper, D, corn and waldo bean. Before I forget, if you're on, what's it called, NetLogger, we use the Almost Instant Messenger blue screen all the time, so I'm going to be posting my question in the blue screen, so will Josh. But also, if you are not accessible to NetLogger, you can use ragchew.app, and it functions the same way. And you can also monitor the instant message or almost instant message screen, so you can know what we're talking about, because blue screen comes up all the time at the BeaconNet. So I'm going to post it in the blue screen, and I'm going to pass this over to Alt Trivia Master W8HRF.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. All but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that either don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. So if my name is Michael, my initial you would think would be M. If my middle name is Michael, you'd think my middle initial would be M, but I use like Z or something. Which person's middle initial actually stands for their middle name in this list? Your options are Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant, Bravo, Harry S. Truman, Charlie, Michael J. Fox, or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. Let me let it drop and read it again. Oh my goodness, that's quite the trivia marker on the blue screen. Oh boy. Anyways.
I need marks back.
Anyways, tonight's alternate trivia, again, is all but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that either don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. Which person's middle initial actually stands for their middle name? Your options are Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant, Bravo, Harry S. Truman, Charlie, Michael J. Fox, or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. I'm going to get this posted in the blue screen and pass it back to Lucy, K8YUK. This is W8HRF.
Nope, I did. So Jeremy made a really good point. I put it in Discord. I put my trivia in Discord so I could read it easier. And I just posted the whole thing in the blue screen. So if you believe in not spoiling it for yourself, don't read the whole thing. I'll fix it in a minute. Well, my ears are burning and I have headphones on, so it's extra hot and it's terrible. So I'm just suffering, and I'll fix it in the meantime. That being said, we've got the trivia's read, and I'll pass it over to Ben. Oh, darn, I don't remember your call sign off the top of my head. K8BHQ, go ahead and kick us off for tonight. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? And don't read the blue screen until I fix it.
K8YUK, K8BHQ. Well, good thing for you, I can't look at the blue screen because I'm in the middle of driving home right now, so I couldn't spoil it even if I wanted to. I'm going to take a guess for trivia and go Delta and Delta. Delta for both questions. That's about all I've got, so I'll give it back to you. This is K8BHQ.
Roger that, Ben. We've got you down for, once I pull up my screen, double D's. To those who are saying you can't fix the things in blue screen, I know. I'm just putting in the adjusted, correct, shorter trivia, and then just don't scroll up past the first trivia marker. I fixed it. It's fine. See, K8VZA in the blue screen said ignoring, which means it's working. So I'm basically a Jedi. All right, back up to the top of our list. We've got K0KDW. Brad, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy, and everyone else on the net. KA0KDW. Give me just a minute. I'm going to untangle my microphones here. All right. My HF microphone kept hitting my leg because it was tangled with this radio. But I'm going to go with, since I don't know the answer at all for the first one, I'm going to go with Charlie. And on the second one, I'm going to say Harry S. Truman. Why not? We'll go with a Missourian for the great state of Missouri. How fitting. Anyhow, as mentioned during pre-show, much nicer this week compared to last week. We're in the mid-70s the last couple of days and hit 70 today before the cold front pushed through, and that only dropped us down a few degrees, about 10 degrees. Sitting around 40 now, and we'll be back up in the mid-70s the next couple of days, but unfortunately that comes with a lot of wind. So it'll be warm, but it'll be very windy. But that's what we get this time of year. Any time in the winter that it gets warm here, it comes with a lot of wind. So it's kind of a expected thing. But otherwise, not much else to add to the net, and we'll send it back to you guys there in Ohio. KA0KDW. Have a good evening, Josh and Lucy.
All right, K0KDW, KEAYUK. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And good call on noticing a fellow Missourian. I don't remember enough famous Ohioans, and I kind of feel like I'm letting them down. We're going to hope the wind calms down, but glad your weather's doing better. And I hope your cough gets better. And we're going to check in with Eddie, W3ETB. I know he was on the blue screen, and I think we're fighting with Echolink a little bit, but hopefully he can come back. Eddie, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Yeah, Lucy. Yeah, I'm here, and hopefully you're hearing me. Actually, the temperature right now is 43 degrees outside, and there is no wind, so it was a really nice day today. I think it got up to about 59 degrees, at least when I talked to Dustin and Nancy earlier. Actually, I was talking to Dustin when I was in the parking lot at the grocery store, and it was like 59 degrees is what the car was showing outside. And so I'm going to go with C and C for the trivia questions, and I'm not going to explain why because I was told not to. So it's C and C for the trivia answers. Anyway, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you so you can get on the list. W3ATB, back to net.
Roger that, Eddie. We've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. No further explanation needed. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate that habit. Sometimes I'm really proud of my trivia, and then, like, number 3 person is like, yes, this is a National Geographic, and then or I post, I wasn't going to bring it up again, because you told me not to bring it up again. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we've got Eddie down for Charlie and Charlie. So, Eddie. We had Chuck and Ray check in and out, so we'll wave a hand to them as we drive on by, and we talked to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ, and you asked if somebody said something about a birthday. Betty's birthday was last week, and she still sings Happy Birthday, Dada, no matter whose birthday it is. But that's the only birthday that I'm aware of. Otherwise, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Well, I was thinking it was someone's birthday, but when you said it, this is KI5TAQ. Just put me down for double D's on the trivia questions. And do I know of any other birthdays? Well, you're going to have to ask me that come next month. I'll let you hang in the air on that one. And of course, shall I say, good old Alan is still stuck in the belly of the plane. Oh well. He don't have Larry the rubber chicken with him. But anyways, I'll let you get on down to the bottom of the list. This is KI5TAQ.
KI5TAQ. Josh is multitasking. He's distracted me with the meme. But that's funny. Should we start calling Alan Jonah? I feel like that would be amusing. He had a good quip. Hope Alan gets out before he takes off. I don't know. It depends on who's hoping he'd get out. Some people might want him to stay in. I think he's a lot of fun, so I'm also a pushover. But, you know, I think he's a lot of fun. And we have the same hairbrush. So, now you know. All right, we're going to clear with Taco Tim. We're going to pick up Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening. This is KE8ZRY. Hope you're doing well tonight, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Hope everybody's having a good night. Not much going on tonight. Just relaxing, talking to everybody here. Maybe looking up some new motorcycles on the old Facebook marketplace, see what I can get myself into. Maybe sneak something into the garage past my girlfriend. That never works. But trying to survive the rain that we've got here. Don't know if it's raining all over Ohio or just in my area, but we've got a pretty good downpour. And, I hate it. It's cold. My trivia answers are going to be Charlie and Delta. And with that, I will turn it back over to Net Control. This is KE8ZRY, saying 73s.
KE8ZRY, we've got you down for compact disc, and I wish you luck on definitely not sneaking a motorcycle under your girlfriend's nose. I don't believe that. Because I am the one who actually looks at her budget maybe once a month. I've gotten out of the habit, but I'll text him if I see like a vending machine charge. I'll be like, "Is this you?" Anyway, yeah, we got Jeremy down. We're all set. We'll clear with Jeremy, and we'll talk with Craig, AA8CT. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, AA8CT. Good evening, Lucy. I tell you, if I found a way that you can discreetly hide any purchases at DX Engineering, you just kind of leave a blank space and there's a number there. Have no idea what it is, and whiteout works sometimes. Anyway, my answers for this evening are going to be Charlie and Alpha, and I have absolutely no idea what either one of them are. Well, yeah, I don't. So anyhow, with that, thank you guys. You guys make a wonderful, net operator duo. You can maybe look for national syndication, and then you could be, kind of subscribed all over the world. And, it would be the Lucy and Josh show, that would be on from, 9 to 10:30 every Wednesday. It would be wonderful. With that, back to you. Thank you. Enjoyed meeting you, both of you, face-to-face at the meeting last week. It was a blast. And 73s, thank you for doing what you do, both of you. You're really dedicated, and I appreciate it, and I know a lot of other people do too. 73s, I'll be on the side listening or maybe falling asleep. With that, KE8YUK, this is AA8CT. Back to you. Thank you.
All right, Craig, we've got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and I appreciate the compliment and the support, especially after all of the mistakes I've made in my have I been licensed for a full year? Yeah, I've been licensed for a full year, but only a year. And Josh mentioned if we do syndicate our Josh and Lucy show, he should change his name to Desi. My name is actually just Lucy, and I was just Lucy until I got the yuck call sign. And now it kind of leans more into yuck. But a lot of people, when I went to online high school, thought I had red hair. I don't. All right, we're going to clear with Craig, and we're going to talk with Steve, see if he's out there or if he's been glued to the TV with Alfred Hitchcock. NU5D, how are you doing tonight, and are you out there?
Well, good evening, Lucy. Got Susan the Wonder Dog, who she and her sister Rosie had an encounter with a skunk about half an hour ago. I think we're getting acclimated. The dogs sure are. See, Johnny, I believe the two metals would coexist and not explode. And Harry S. Truman, I can remember on the morning show seeing them go for a walk, and that dates me a little bit. Good day. Great to hear everybody on NU5D.
Oh, man, Steve, good luck with the dogs. That sounds rough. We've got you down for Charlie and Beta.
That was a great pun. That was a great pun.
What was a pun?
It was rough.
Oh, I'm okay. My pun skills die when I get pregnant, and it's so disappointing because then Josh can beat me in a pun battle. I even missed that one. All right. Anyway, good luck, Steve. We'll clear, and we'll talk with Michael, KJ5IAI. Interesting call sign. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I drive Uber around the region over here, over close to Steve, running off of Steve's old network here. Good to hear everybody. I'm actually in Harker Heights tonight, sitting at a Tesla charger, waiting to build up some power here to keep running for a little while. Question, yeah, I'm thinking C and D on that for the questions. And good to everybody on, and thank you, Steve, for getting this net up and running with us. It's always good to hear, even though I can't always talk on it. 73s, and back to the net.
Thanks for hopping in. We've got you down for C and D, and safe travels as you Uber around. We'll clear with Michael, and we'll pick up, hopefully, Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. Maybe my magic will help. Josh is doing many religious signs and signs of the cross. So whoever's the patron saint of ham radio, all right, I'll give you some space to operate, Uncle Fred. Are you out there?
K8QFT here. Do you have a copy, Lucy?
You do have a copy, loud and clear. Go for it.
Oh, wow, y'all. I don't know how they managed to do it, but these cats, they changed the repeater tone. They changed that, and they also managed to change the offset, the duplex, or the offset from plus to minus. I told them don't play with the radios, but they just don't seem to listen. Actually, I just blame it on them. So I went ahead and gave them a treat so they wouldn't feel guilty. Now, the trivia is going to be Charlie and Bravo, C and B. And I want to caution everybody, there's no more snow and ice on the roads. So be careful, because I know we're not used to driving in these kind of conditions. You got to get used to the spring and summer driving. K8QFT, back to net control.
Josh is busy texting Uncle Fred. Can you come back with your trivias, please?
I'm sorry, the trivia would be Charlie and Bravo. And I don't know why, but how come if people have a middle name that doesn't, or middle initial, it doesn't stand for anything? I don't know. Well, some people have like a letter name like
like W.C. Fields. I don't know if the W and the C stood for anything. But there's crazy people in this world. KEAQFD, back to net control.
Roger that. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. I just noticed that a handy little light lights up anytime someone's transmitting, and then it goes away. And then when I key up, it turns red, and now I can figure out when people are actually unkeyed. Fantastic. Yeah, Josh looked up W.C. Fields. I think he's mentioned it in the blue screen. Oh, yeah, the cats. Betty likes playing with the radio as well, but I think multiple cats would be more deadly. So glad we got that all worked out, and it's good to hear you. We'll clear with Uncle Fred, and we'll pick up Mark, KC8FQV. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Lucy, I'm busy. I'll come back to me. I'll back in later, KCFQV.
All right, we'll circle back to pick you up. Provided I remember, I promise I'm not going to forget on purpose, but pregnancy brain is pretty bad. We're pretty sure Phil was in and out. Yes, I saw him in the blue screen. He was in and out. So we're going to pick up ABMO. Andy, am I sounding better? Josh let me know that I need to change my mic position, and I hope I fixed it. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, it's much better. I figured that might have been it. Yeah, the 991 doesn't have a lot of high frequencies compared to what you're using. So what you're using, I think, sounds better. So it's just a matter of getting used to it. I always talk across the mic, so it sounds great. You know, for your question, sodium imputer caught my attention. Sounds explosive, but I don't really know that for a fact, but I'm just going to go with that anyway. As for Josh's, I thought all of those choices were people that didn't have any, you know, they had a middle initial, just have an initial. I don't know. I'm going to go with Michael J. Fox. So we'll go Swags. Let's see, that would be Alpha on yours, Lucy, and I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have a letter for the other one. So Josh, I guess it is Charlie. So we'll go with that. Had a good day, a pretty good day at work, I guess. And the snow is melting. It's still we've still got a lot of snow cover in the backyard. So. And it's pretty crunchy snow with as much as it's melted. So I don't know that I want to wait till it's completely melted because it's just going to be a soppy, wet, soggy mess. So, but all that water's got to go somewhere. So from here, let's turn it back to somebody who's got more to say than I do. Thanks for picking up the show, Lucy. It's always, I always enjoy hearing you and Josh running the show. Well, I would say hi to Betty, but she's probably in bed right now. So, yeah, your 5 watts from your 705 is doing a stellar job into the repeater, in case you're wondering. Well, almost called Rev Kev, KE8YUK. This is ABMO. See y'all later.
Yeah, don't take my job, Andy. Thanks for the tip on holding the mic better. It's just something I'm learning. I don't know why I hold it in front of my face. Maybe it's a walkie-talkie instinct, but that doesn't make any sense. I hold walkie-talkies to the side. I don't. Maybe it was being in choir for like 3 years. Anyway, I remembered what I was going to say about the middle initial. That's why it's a little confusing that Betty has technically 2 names, although I guess she's really just got 2 first names and then 1 middle name. It's complicated. Anyway, we're going to clear with Andy, but before we get to RevKev, I have forgotten for the longest time to identify the station. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. Lucy, is my name, and I am the net control for There's a Bug on My Wall. That is what I'm net control of, but I just noticed it anyway. Anyway, I'm net control for the Beacon Net, which meets every Sunday and Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time with the pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. We've got trivia, great folks, and apparently bugs and cats. It's great. All right. We're going to pick up Rev Kev, K6, KJV. How are you doing tonight? And can I guess your trivia answers?
Well, hello, Lucy. And the youngins. And the rest of the crew and everybody else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and you can try and guess them. I don't know, you might be right, you might not be right. But then again, if you said double D is Delta and Delta, because no matter what everybody else says, corn Waldo beans is always the right answer. So with that, I'll say God bless 73 and pass the mic back to you there from K6KJV.
Roger that. We've got you down for Delta and Delta. And thanks for your check-in, and God bless as well. Kevin, we'll pick up Chuck. He did not respond during the pre-show, so hopefully he's out there. KB8LJ, are you out there?
This is KB8LJ. Yes, I'm out here, Lucy, and for the trivia questions, I will answer Charlie for the first one, and I think I'll go with Bravo for the second. I'm not sure on that one. KB8LJ, back to net.
KB8LJ, we've got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and we wish you a good night. We're going to clear with Chuck, and we're going to try to pick up Yosef, KJ5HIJ. Are you out there tonight, and do you have trivia answers for us?
This is KJ5HIJ. I don't remember the alternate trivia question, but I remember what it was. But my answer for the first one, I'm going to go with Bravo. With that, I'll send back to you. KJ5HIJ.
No problem. We've got you down for Bravo, and we've had a long enough list that it's not a bad idea to reread them anyway. Plus, I'm the main trivia lead anyway, so I have the permission to do that. The main trivia for tonight is which two metals were used to make the first quote-unquote true electrical battery? Was it A, sodium and pewter, B, lithium and cobalt, C, zinc and copper, or D, corn and Waldo bean? Inside joke, you'll get it if you stick around long enough. It's just a constant. So that's main trivia. I'll pass it over to W8HRF for the alternate trivia, just as a reread and a refresher.
All right, this is W8HRF with alternate trivia. Tonight's alternate trivia question, all but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that either don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. Which person's middle initial actually stands for the middle name out of this list? Your options are Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant; Bravo, Harry S. Truman; Charlie, Michael J. Fox; or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. Again, tonight's alternate trivia question is, all but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that either don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. Which person's middle name actually middle initial actually stands for their middle name? Your options are Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant; Bravo, Harry S. Truman; Charlie, Michael J. Fox; or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. This is W8HRF, back to KE8YUK.
W8HRF, KE8YUK. I looked over and saw the answer smack in the middle of the screen. I ruined it for myself. But it was okay. It was a really good question, and I won't tell you guys what it is, because I'm only telling you what one of them was. Anyway, Yosef, KJ5HIJ, would you like to come back with your alternate trivia answer now that it's been reread?
I have absolutely no idea, so I'm just going to send it on. KJ5HIJ.
Roger that. We've got you down for B and a pass. We're going to clear Yosef, and we're going to pick up Jonathan from Minnesota. KO. Wow. You know, you got to make fun of your spouse, and then God says, watch what I'm going to do. K0FEY. Oh, boy. Jonathan, how are you doing tonight? Do you have trivia answers for us?
Yeah, sure, you betcha. This is Jonathan from Minnesota. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. Copper and Alex P. Keaton there, and that should tell you what decade I was born in. Thank you. Appreciate you guys holding this show.
All right, thanks for coming back. So that has a new voice, at least a new voice to me. It's got you down for Charlie and Charlie, and to tell you what decade I was born in, I didn't understand that joke at all. But I'm sure there are on here. Looks like the blue screen. Gotcha. All right, good to have you, Jonathan. My mind just stopped working. All right, we're going to clear. Right. Oh, yeah, our other new check-in, Christian. KJ5KDY. Welcome to the net. Do you have trivia answers for us tonight? All right, well, Josh messed with the radio, and I don't know if Christian came back or not. I thought he said he was on Echolink, so I'm going to give him another shot. KJ5KDY, are you out there, and what do you think of the show tonight? Hopefully Echolink is working.
This is KJ5KDY. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I checked into this net. Over.
W8WKY.
All right, you're all good. Yeah, this is the Beacon Net. I'm KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. And this is a net that runs in northeast Ohio, but we connect with Allstar to a lot of different nodes out in Oklahoma, Texas, different digital repeaters. So it's a pretty big net. So it's a lot of fun if you would like to hear the trivia reread, so you can participate with that. Otherwise, we've got you on the list, I guess.
Thank you for that message. I'll just be monitoring. I didn't realize I had checked in on NetLogger, but thank you for the invite. I'll definitely participate the next time around. This is KJ5KY Christian out of Detroit, Texas.
Roger that, no problem. Happy monitoring. My husband is a logger, and he thinks he might have pulled you off the blue screen, so you might have just been monitoring, and then all of a sudden you were participating. But anyway, thanks for your good nature, and hopefully we'll catch you next time. The Beacon Net meets every Saturday and Wednesday night, so thank you. Every Sunday and Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have a pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time, and we've got main trivia and alt trivia and lots of fun people. So we hope to hear from you on Sunday. We'll clear with Christian, who did not know he was part of the net. And we're going to pick up KE8ZZR. Harry, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Hey, good evening, Lucy. Good evening, Josh. You guys are doing a great job. You sound good over here. I'm only a mile from the repeater, though. Anyways, not too much happening here. It's raining. Snow's gone. The backyard's a swamp. So, let be. It's good old Ohio weather. Trivia questions. Main trivia, I'm going to go with C. Charlie. And then the alternate will be A as an alpha. And I envision a new graphic maybe Gary will do with the Josh and Lucy show sitting in the barnyard. We'll see what happens. So I can envision a graphic there with the big microphones, guys sitting at the picnic table at the barnyard. With that, I'll turn it back to you. This is KE8ZZR Clear.
KE8ZZR, KE8YUK. We've got you down for CNA, and I think that graphic's pretty much complete, except I'd be sitting on my medicine ball. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. We'll clear with Harry. Ben was mobile. We got him earlier. And so we're down to Alan. Oh boy, off to a great start. VK4AVN from Down Under. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Yeah, this is VK4AVN. Thanks very much for including me in the trivia there, Lucy. My answers would be AC, Alpha Charlie, and yeah, it's a pleasant 79 degrees here. That'd be Fahrenheit, because if that was Celsius, I would be extremely hot. And yeah, it's sunny, a little bit of cloud cover, probably about the same type of humidity, around the 75 to 80% humidity. And at the moment it is 13:47 in the afternoon, and I'm having a really good day. VK4AVN, back to net. Thanks very much.
VK4AVN, KE8YUK. Wow. I have a bad habit of mimicking accents, even if I'm terrible at them whenever I hear them. I'm so sorry. It happens when I speak Spanish, too. Anyway, not that I'm good at it. It just happens. Anyway, 79 degrees. Glad it's not Celsius. We're at 40 degrees. No. Are we right now? Really? Really? No kidding. We're at 40 degrees. It's probably still raining. It's been murky all day. We went from maybe 54 if we were lucky a couple days ago. And now we're back in this sludge. So, can't win them all, I guess. We've got you down for Alpha and Charlie. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you, and I'm really glad you're having a great day. That's great news to hear, and I hope it keeps being a great day. We're going to clear with Alan. That's the bottom of my list. I'm going to take a second to reset and identify. All right, that should be long enough. You know, I just forgot that we need to circle back to Mark. Told you, pregnancy brain. KC8FQV. Mark, are you out there, or are you still busy?
Lucy, KC8FQV. I'm going to say Charlie and Charlie. So we'll say that Charlie and Charlie on the trivias. And, yeah, I just did a Google search on what the heck is up with Yahoo. Yeah, there are Yahoos out there. I think they got problems. And every time I want to go to the thing, to go to one of my other Yahoo accounts, it keeps opening new tabs. Holy smokes, they got a problem. Well, look at Cleveland. They got a problem with their computer systems. You know, this whole computer thing deal, it's getting bad. You know, we have tip and ring. You know, the phones used to be tip and ring was what they called for the phone service. And now you have where you can move the phone number. But I've dialed a number of people in the city here that I've known. You know, there's a couple of hams that became silent keys, and of course, when they become silent keys, eventually their number gets, not needed anymore. They don't need it because it's not there, so they, no longer need it. Other numbers, like my brother just dropped his phone number landline because they had the mobile numbers. And I call these numbers back, and like his was about 5 or 6 years back. There's others, they all say that number, no more further information's available. So like the whole 562 prefix stuff, I've been to say half of the 562 landline stuff, probably no one's using. And we just keep adding new exchanges, new area codes, because they're saying we're running out of them. Well, I think there's just so much stuff. They call them, I guess, burner phones. I mean, what's going to happen? Are we going to just have a big meltdown someday on the internet and VoIP and everything? We've got to start thinking about that. I think these servers are starting to have meltdowns. So we'll send it back to net, KSFTV, but Charlie.
All right, we've got you down for Charlie and Charlie Mark. As far as the numbers go, I don't know. I really don't know. I have no answers for it. Although, I do know when my brother got his cell phone, for some reason, he kept coming up and on my parents' landline voicemail as like Matilda, or somebody who he was not, which was really entertaining. I wish I could remember the name. Bernadette? Barbara. You know what? I think it was Barbara. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll probably figure it out sometime in the future. All right. Getting distracted by the blue screen. That's the worst decision I can make. You up for logging logger? Awesome. All right. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo Lucy. Hi, I'm the NCO of the Beacon Net. We are looking for check-ins. If you are interested in checking in, please give your call sign phonetically, alphabetically, and give your name and location. If you're interested on being on the list, please call now.
W8AND, Whiskey 8, Alpha, November, Delta. Andy, Michigan.
Kilo Alpha 0, Kilo Delta Whiskey with a recheck and proxy check-in.
Kilo Echo 8, Echo Hotel Golf, KE8, EHG, Mike and Navarre.
All right, we'll take it a few at a time. W8HND. The name that QRZ is giving us is James, but we think we heard Andy. We'll ask for confirmation on that in a second. We also picked up a recheck from KA0 KDW with a proxy as well. And we also have KE8 EHG Mike in Navarre. Is there anyone else who would like to check in to get on the list? All right. First of all, we're going to pick up W8HND. Could you correct us on your name, please? And if you have trivia answers, let us know what they are. W8HND. I heard some beeps, maybe tones, but I did not hear a voice. Are you out there?
Over.
I think I doubled with you, sir. Go ahead and come back.
Yeah, this is Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Tango Alpha, just requesting entrance into your network. Over.
All right, Guy, we've got you on our list. I'm trying to contact... What in the world? Oh, that is the end of the list. Yeah, we might have gotten the call mixed up. We heard an Andy out there first on our list when we were calling for check-ins. Are you out there?
Yep, Roger. It's W8AND. Whiskey 8 Alpha November Delta.
All right, we've got that all fixed on our end. W8AND, Andy. Fitting, we actually have another Andy on our net as well. And he has a different vanity call sign. And it is, in fact, your turn. So if you would like to tell us how your day went, any traffic for the net, and your trivia answers, go for it. KE8YK to W8AND.
Okay, W8AND here. Yep, thanks for running the net. I'm new to the net here. Day went fine. It's about 36 and kind of drizzly over here near Grand Rapids, Michigan. 10 meters was open earlier today. Did a bunch of contacts in Europe, Germany, and Belgium, and things like that. And I did not hear what the trivia questions were, so come back to those and we'll see what we can do.
Roger that. Welcome to the net. And we're happy to provide rereads for the trivia. We have two. We have the main trivia, which is myself. It's usually radio related. And we've also got alternate trivia, which is anything related. So here's the main trivia. Which two metals were used to make the first quote-unquote true electrical battery? A, sodium and pewter, B, lithium and cobalt, C, zinc and copper, or D, corn and wallow bean? That's an inside joke for the Beacon Net. Well, I would explain it, except I'm too new to it. I can't explain it. It just exists. But that's the main trivia. I'll pass it over to W8HRF for the alternate trivia for tonight.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. All but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that either don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. Which person's middle initial in this list actually stands for their middle name? Your options are Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant, Bravo, Harry S. Truman, Charlie, Michael J. Fox, or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. Again, your options are Ulysses S. Grant, Bravo, Harry S. Truman, Charlie, Michael J. Fox, or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. W8HRF, back to KE8YUK.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Those are our main and alternate trivias. And if you would like to chime in with what you think the answers are, go for it. KE8YUK to W8AND.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Tango Alpha. I'd like to come back with some answers, if I could.
Here, I'll say C and A. to you.
All right, Andy, we've got you for Charlie and Alpha. Thanks so much for sticking around, and we hope that you come back. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. I'm the net control for the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night. The main show is at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The pre-show is at 9:30 Eastern Time, and we always have trivia and a lot of fun, so hope you come back. We'll clear with Andy, and we'll pick up Guy KJ5ATA. I missed your trivia answers. You doubled. What did you say?
Yeah, network control. I'm going to say I want to come back with Charlie and Alpha. that's my answers. See what it comes up to be. So I'll stand by and wait for the final solution. I shouldn't say that, but that's another thing. The final answers. Okay. Anyways, we'll get back to the network control. This is KJ5ATA.
All right, we've got you down for Charlie and Alpha. We'll clear with Guy, and we'll pick up Mike KE8EHG. Hopefully that call sign's... No, I'm positive that call sign's correct. Mike, are you out there, and what are your trivia answers?
Hi, Lucy. I just turned on the radio, and I'm like, hey, there's a net going on. Awesome. Yes, you are correct. EHG, extra hairy and gray, or extraordinary heating guy, whichever one you want to say. I don't care. I'm going to go with Charlie. I believe I kind of remember that from school way back when. I could be right, I could be wrong. I don't know. And I was thinking like Michael J. Fox. It's like Michael J. And I was just going through it in my head like Michael M. Michael, it's like J just sounds good. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go with actually Samuel L. Jackson because I just think that Samuel, it's got to be right. I don't know. But it's just, he portrays all that, Mr. Bad butt in the movies and that. And if you call him anything else, I think he'd get him mad. So let's just go with that one. I don't know. So doing an awesome job. Great job. Sounding good. And we'll listen around. KE8, EHG, back to the net.
W8WKY.
KE8 EHG, KE8YUK. Those are some fantastic phonetics. Nicely done. All I've got with YUK is just being yuck. That's pretty much it. I haven't thought of anything else. I haven't really thought about it anyway. We've got you down for CND, and we're really glad that you popped in. Like I said, we meet pretty regularly. By pretty regularly, I mean always regularly on Sunday and Wednesday nights. And it's the same setup, same construction. Usually it's pretty big. We connect out to Oklahoma, to Texas, online, do digital repeaters. Yeah, all sorts of people. So it's a lot of fun. Hope you come back. Fun times. The radio just went beep, 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 and the low battery apparently is low enough that you can't transmit on it, so that was fun. I'm going to toss it back and say, KE8VZA, am I still sounding all right?
YUK, KE8VZA, you're sounding good there, Lucy.
All right, I appreciate it. We went from the ICOM to a handy-talkie to stretching the Jesus mic all the way across Josh's desk
if I let go, it will fly into the atmosphere. Anyway. All right, we appreciate that heads up, Eric. We were talking to Mike, and then my radio died, but we do have him down for Charlie and Delta. We're going to clear with Mike, and we're going to go up to Brad. Thank you for waiting. KA0KDW with a recheck and a proxy. Go ahead.
Well, that is the main purpose of the recheck there, is to check in. Mom, of course, I was chatting behind the scenes with Josh there about middle names. It's a good thing I don't have her middle name as a security question with how many times I've had to ask over the years, because I'd get locked out. But if you could put in Kilo Echo 0, Foxtrot Hotel X-Ray, K0FHX Marcia, who's in the recliner on the opposite side of the room. So otherwise, we'll be standing by to hear the answers. KA0KDW.
Roger that. We've got Marcia on the list. KE0FHX activating recliners on the air. Yeah. All right. It's been a long night. This mic is going to cause problems, or I'll pull it out of the machine. I'm going to go up to the net control team and see what they've got. K8YK2, W8HRF, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
K8YUK, W8HRF. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening to the Beacon Netizens. Boy, I haven't even really thought of anything to really mention. I was going to pull up a name generator and think of phonetics for YUK, and the radio died, so dealt with that. Yeah, I mentioned how our wood rack that I built in the backyard, when the ground thawed, it just sunk into the mud and tipped over. That was sad. I will fix that Friday. It's a good thing I'm not a civil engineer. My bridge would just, if I built a bridge, it would just sink into the ground. I've learned don't build on top of dirt that's mostly clay. What else is going on? Just trying to get through stuff at work, and looking forward to, if you guys didn't hear, the Northeast Ohio Parks on the Air event that Sarah is sponsoring. We are going to be doing that on May 31st, Saturday, May 31st. If there are any clubs who are interested in participating, any individuals who are interested in participating by activating your own Parks on the Air park, your own POTA park, you can do that on Saturday, May 31st. The invitation is open to activate a park, and we're going to try to get some inter-club cooperation going, see if we can do get some folks to coordinate and do some sorts of interesting contacts, maybe some satellite contacts or MVIS contacts or maybe digital simplex, whatever folks want to do. It'll be an interesting, fun event to and we'll see what people do with it. It'll be fun. Let me let this drop. I am going to abstain on the main trivia question, and obviously on the alternate as well. So I don't have too much else. And yeah, Eric, I know Norris is doing their club POTA on May 31st. It was very funny. I went up to the Norris Club to. It turned out to be the week that Eric was not there to invite them to participate in this multi-club POTA event that we're sponsoring. And they were like, we are already doing a POTA on that day. And I was like, oh, that's quite the coincidence. I promise I'm not stalking you guys. But it'll be a lot of fun. So I think Norris is already on board, and P-Cars, I think, is on board as well. So a couple local clubs, and you don't have to be local. Maybe we could get some of the Oklahoma guys to do a POTA activation. That'd be fun. Anyway, anyways, I'm gonna get this back to Lucy, and I'll be back in a few minutes to do alt trivia to give the answer. K8YUK, W8HRF.
All right, Josh. I wasn't paying attention to what your trivia answer is, but you're okay, nothing. Perfect. That is on purpose. The blue screen is coming up with the phonetics for my name. It's interesting. Anyway, we're going to clear with W8HRF. We're going to see if KD8EPC Dustin is out there with no responsibilities. How are you doing tonight, Dustin?
K8YUK and the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. Good evening, Miss Lucy. I'm all right. I'm tired. I'm dozing off over here. So, yeah. I'm just going to go with double D's for my answer. Say have a good night, and I'm going to go to bed here. This is KD8EPC. Back to net control, 73.
All right, Dustin, totally understood. We've got you down for double D's. We're going to see if Just Nick down on the farm is still with us, KD8SLG. Do you have any trivia answers for us tonight?
K8YK, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Lucy and all the Beacon netizens. Yeah, I got trivia. We're going to go with Charlie and Delta tonight. And that's pretty much all I got. Fun net tonight. Fine business as always. And the webpage looks good. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control. 7-3 all y'all.
Roger that, Just Nick. We've got you down for Charlie and Delta. We appreciate the compliments, and Josh especially, because I believe the website is WordPress, and it has gotten much more complicated since I tried to start my own blog many years ago. So yeah, glad it's coming together, and hope you're healing up well. We're going to clear with Just Nick, and we're going to talk with Nick at night, KE8QKO. How are you doing tonight? And do you have trivia answers for us?
KE8QKO. Hello, Lucy, and hello, everybody on that. All right, trivia. I'm going to have to abstain from both trivia. I saw the answer on the blue screen. However, I was going to guess that answer anyway. I'm not going to give it away. And the alternate trivia, I was still thinking about it. I made sure to turn off my Bluetooth earbuds so my wife could hear the trivia and see if she wanted the answer. And she made a guess. And then while I was considering whether I wanted to make the same guess, she pulled out her phone, looked something up on it, and said, I was right. And I was like, well, you Googled it. You're not supposed to do that. So, and I'm going to abstain from both. Aside from that, not much going on tonight. Just kind of hanging out and, enjoying the evening around the house. My son and I went to the gym this morning with a buddy, and then we kind of cut it a little short, and then went to breakfast because he's adopting a baby next week. So we're kind of talking about stuff and going through all of that. The mother's going to be induced on Monday, so I'll wish him best, and hopefully it works out for them. But yeah, just kind of, he's looking to be a new dad next week, which is interesting and fun. And so then I went with my son to the gym, to the Y this afternoon, and we both kind of he worked out with me, and he said, I'm really sore. I said, well, that's part of working and exercising, so get used to it if you want to get healthier and be, stronger and that sort of thing. But anyway, that's what we did today. That's about it for me. And with that, I'll pass it back to you. Okay, if you can.
KE8QKO, KE8YUK. We've got you down for double passes. Hilarious reasons. Congratulations to your wife on getting it right, though. As far as being sore at the gym, yep, it's the hard but painful truth. I pulled something in my shoulder because the head coach specifically chose me to be in his line, despite me definitely showing at past 20 weeks now. And he decided to teach me how to slip the mitts, as in not get hit in the face, and then dance around with my already semi-pronounced waddle trying to dance in circles to not be hit in the face. And I was like, Coach, you've known that I've been pregnant for a while because I needed to tell you that. So I didn't get hit in the face. What are we doing? But I survived. And congratulations to the new dad on the horizon. May everything go well with that. All right, we're going to clear with Nick at night, and we'll pick up Eric, KE8VZA. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK in the group, KE8VZA here. My story is the same with regard to the primary or the main trivia as Nick at night. As it was being read, I latched on to Charlie as my answer. Although, like Andy, I found Alpha very interesting in and of itself. But, yeah, I've already picked Charlie. And so it's Charlie and Charlie. Charlie also for the alternate. So it's cool that we got Norris and Sarah on board for the POTA. I totally forgot about it, and I'm the guy that sent the insurance form, the application, the check, and then I probably forgot that we did it. Anyway, I'm sure somebody would have reminded me. The North Carolina trip for work last week was very good. It was nice to see the people down there that, you know, I basically interact with via phone, internet, and, you know, Google Meet and email. So it was nice to see them in person and help them out with some stuff and see a new production line in operation. And the funny thing, let me take a break for time. I have a little quick funny story. KE8VZA returning. So our company has a few cars down at HQ that belong to the company, and so I was able to use one while I was there, a Ford Edge, actually a nice car. And they gave me the remote, and I go out there, and my boss came down with me because he had a few minutes before a meeting, and we were just talking, shooting the breeze, and one of my other teammates came down as well because he had my suitcase in his car, and so I'm holding the remote up trying to figure out where the car is because they have like 3 of them. I found one of them, but it wasn't the right one. And they said, oh, it's just been serviced, so it should be here somewhere. And all of a sudden, I could just barely hear the car alarm going off. And, of course, the car was in front of the building right below the executive wing of HQ. And, yeah, so we were running up there. So you can trigger the alarm from way behind the building, but you can't stop it until you get 40 feet from the car. So go figure. Anyway, funny story. So Charlie and Charlie for trivia. Looking forward to the POTA on the 31st now that I remembered it. And KE8VCA back to net control.
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. That is a fantastic story. Gotta love technology, especially when it's loud. We've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. All right, that's it for the VIP list of net controllers, loggers, and other important people like trivia masters. I don't know why I'm talking so much. I'm going to read the trivia answer. So main trivia. Hold on a second. This is not doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, main trivia. Which 2 metals were used to make the first true electrical battery? A, sodium and pewter. B, lithium and cobalt. C, zinc and copper. D, corn and Waldo bean. The answer is shockingly C. Thanks for everybody's good humor when I accidentally posted the whole thing in the blue screen. In 1799, Alessandro Volta developed the first electrical battery. This battery, known as the voltaic cell, consisted of 2 plates of different metals immersed in a chemical solution. Volta's development of the first continuous and reproducible source of electrical current was an important step in the study of electromagnetism and in the development of electrical equipment. The battery is considered to be the first true battery in history as a result. So that's the answer for the main trivia. For alternate trivia, I'm going to pass it over to W8HRS. KE8YUK to W8HRS.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia question again was all but one of the following famous individuals had middle initials, which either didn't stand, or don't stand, sorry, oh boy, All but one of the following famous individuals have middle initials that don't stand for anything or don't represent their actual middle name. Which person's middle name in this list actually stands for their middle name? Has a middle initial that actually stands for their middle name. Boy, that was a mouthful. Your options were Alpha, Ulysses S. Grant, Bravo, Harry S. Truman, Charlie, Michael J. Fox, or Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. The correct answer was Delta, Samuel L. Jackson. The L in Samuel L. Jackson's name stands for Leroy. But as for the other options, there's a couple of fun stories behind them. Ulysses S. Grant's full original name was actually Hiram Ulysses Grant. But in 1839, upon registering for West Point, he registered himself as Ulysses Hiram Grant. So he swapped his middle and his first name because he didn't want his initials to be Hug, H-U-G. He was afraid he'd get made fun of. However, to make things even more complicated, due to a mistake by a benefactor on his application form to West Point, Grant was listed as Ulysses Simpson Grant, Simpson being his mother's maiden name. So really, Grant was stuck with that name because of the error, and thus the S really doesn't stand for anything in his name. Like Simpson is not part of his name. So Ulysses S. Grant, it doesn't stand for anything. However, his initials, being U.S. Grant, are pretty cool given the fact that he became the President of the United States, but it also did get him the nickname of Uncle Sam among his fellow soldiers. As for Harry S. Truman, he actually had no middle name at all. He just had a middle initial S, and it's not an abbreviation for one particular name. Rather, it honors both of his grandfathers, Anderson Ship Truman and Solomon Young, a somewhat common practice for the American South at the time, apparently. Let me let this drop. So again, those two, Ulysses S. Grant and Harry S. Truman, no middle name. The abbreviation didn't stand for anything in Ulysses S. Grant, and then Harry S. Truman just didn't have a middle name. And Michael J. Fox, his real name is actually Michael Andrew Fox. Their J isn't anything. The story behind the J is the Screen Actors Guild prohibits any two members from working under the same stage name. They already had a Michael Fox on the books. Michael's middle name is Andrew, but Andrew Fox or Andy Fox just didn't cut it for him. He didn't like either of those. Michael A. Fox was even worse, he thought. The word Fox had recently come into use as a synonym for attractive, so Michael A. Fox was kind of, he just didn't like that. It sounded a little presumptuous to him. But also sounded rather Canadian, he said. Michael A. Fox. So then Fox remembered one of his favorite character actors, Michael J. Pollard, I guess, and he was the guileless accomplice in Bonnie and Clyde. He stuck in the J in his name, and it kind of stuck. And sometimes when people ask, he said that it stands for genuine or genius with J, starting with J. So, anyways, that was your main trivia. Samuel L. Jackson's middle name was Leroy, so he was the only one with a real middle name there. So, anyways, sorry for the long summary, but I thought it was kind of fun. So, W8HRF back to K8YUK 73 all.
Well, it was a long trivia, but it was a good trivia. For some reason, I thought Ulysses, the S was Sherman, and that's how we got Chairman Tanks. It's a different guy, I know. I just couldn't think about it. Now he's Googling Sherman Tanks so that I get it right. I did this to myself. All right. I need to stop balancing on the medicine ball like this. Okay. We have read off our trivia. We have talked to the net control team. And we're pretty tired, so we're going to do one final call for any check-ins to tonight's BeaconNet. This is KE8YUK with the BeaconNet. It meets every Sunday and Wednesday night. Big show is at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. Come join us. If you would like to join this final call for tonight's BeaconNet, please call now.
Kilowatt Germany.
KF0 CSI. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Charlie Sierra India. Andy, Norfolk, Nebraska.
All right, let me pick it up. All right, we got one station right on top of the other. We had a very quiet KG, and then you were totally covered up by KF0, KSI, Andy. CSI, thank you. So if the first station beginning with, we think, KG can come back, please do so.
Okay, Lucy. Kilowatt Germany 7. Italy Radio Japan. KG7IRJ.
Fantastic, Paul. We've got you on the list. And you're up first because I did hear you first. KG7IRJ. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good. KG7IRJ. I'm wondering, picking up, usually people don't know the actual problem with U.S. Grant's name. He's a relative of mine. His mother was part of my family. She was a Simpson. And my family is Simpson. My ancestry family has Simpsons in it. So, KG7IRJ.
That's fantastic. Congratulations, I think. That's really interesting. On my mom's side, somewhere distantly, we're related to Dr. Mudd, who set all of John Wilkes Booth's leg after he shot Lincoln. And that's a very complicated history. I wrote a paper on it for history. Historical figures are very complicated, but they're very interesting for it. Oh, apparently my husband's related to Commodore Perry, which is funny because my dad's middle name is Perry and my brother's name is Perry. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Paul. Good to hear you. We'll clear with Paul and we'll pick up Andy, our third Andy for tonight, KF0 CSI. How are you doing tonight? And do you have any famous relatives?
Well, good evening, everybody. I just come in at the very end when both trivias were read off, and it was great information to learn. Very entertaining for sure. I'll probably, I suppose if you trace it back, everybody's got somebody that you could say you're related to 6 generations or 10 generations down the road. I don't know. My daughter did a bunch of ancestry stuff, and she's like, I got it traced clear back to Massachusetts, and we come over on the Mayflower. I'm like, okay, sounds good to me. I'm interested in it, but it creates a whole rabbit trail of who's who and all that stuff. But my daughter's main goal, she's like, all I want to do is find out what castle we're an heir to somewhere over across the pond. So she hasn't got that far yet. But all right, great, Ned. Glad I jumped in at the end here for the trivia and got to hear the answers. And so everybody have a good night. This is KF0 CSI.
Fantastic, Andy. We've got you down. Oh, I'm too used to trivias. Yeah, we went to. Oh, it's a free version of Ancestry.com. It is out of the Church of the Latter-day Saints, and Josh did some family research, went back a couple generations. However, I'm pretty confident that because I'm tied in with the Mudd family, they did a lot of legwork that I didn't have to do. So my family tree just kept going and going and going and going past we hit Charlemagne and I had questions. I went past Charlemagne, I hit King David, I had more questions. I went forward, found where Jesus married Mary Magdalene and had I had more questions. Curious and said, how far can I go? I found Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve's parents, everybody, are God and Mrs. God. Also, someone, I don't know who, and I will never be able to prove it, but someone changed one of the God names to some random name like Octavius or Oswald. I think it was Oswald. And I don't know who did it, and I don't know if it's still there, and I don't know if anyone's going to notice it or correct it. So don't trust everything you read on the internet. All right. It has been a long evening. The blue screen's reminiscing about some fantastic old cartoons like Peabody and Sherman, Rocky and Bullwinkle, George of the Jungle, Underdog. Super Chicken is one of my favorites. El Kabong is a slightly different generation, but I still love El Kabong. I could go on all night, but I shouldn't because I'm tired. It's 11:30 at night, and we are going to close this net down. Thank you for everyone who checked in. It was very, very fun, and we hope to hear back on Sunday. Please join us again. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the entire Beacon Net crew, thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, which will be this Sunday. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. And don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, which is every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on the W8WKY on Wednesdays and some Saturdays. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73s, and God bless everybody.
This is WV3K. Lucy, can you copy me? This is Phil.
WV3K, KE8YUK. I'm sorry, Phil. I thought you were in and out, but I do copy you, yes.
Thank you. I'm running into difficulty. I was talking with my wife. She kept me up. I was getting ready to hop in the sack, get ready for tomorrow morning's early wake up. I just wanted to know how I'm doing with the audio and that I'm solid into the system. If not, let me know. Back to you.
W8WKY.
You're a 5.9 to me. You sound great. No crackle, no static, no picket fencing. Clear as a bell.
Thank you. Working with a headset, just checking to make sure everything's working well. Thank you, Lucy. Have a wonderful and blessed evening, and I appreciate so much coming back to me to let me know everything's okay. Correct me, please, if I'm wrong. Prefix is my big one. K8YUK, WV3K.
No worries, Phil. I get my prefixes, suffixes, and general letters and numbers mixed up all the time. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. I'm just a tech, so unfortunately I'm stuck with all my 6 numbers and letters, but I'm okay with it. I like my call sign. All right, we are also going to head off to bed, but glad you came back, and sounds like you fixed your technical difficulties, which is a great sign. All right, God bless you too. And we'll catch you sometime down the log. KE8YUK, and I'll be clear.
Very well. Thank you, Lucy. And give a little hug and kissy from Uncle Phil to little Betty. K8YUK, WV3K, and I am QRT. Thank you very much, Lucy. You and Josh and the family have a wonderful and most blessed day tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Oh, man. Just when I had a question. Yeah, WIM. Okay. That's all right. 73.
Okay, self-QV. Well, we're getting idiots out here now making this email. Trying to sign into an email, and like you go around a circle for Yahoo. KSFQV.
W8WKY, repeater PL114.8. W8WKY. W8WKY.